I wanted to transition to a final sort of sizable module for this class, which has to do with patterns, software patterns. These patterns will build on the knowledge and help maybe make sense of some of the knowledge we've been touching on through the semester with different programming languages and different ways of capturing abstractions. But really they're about how the different pieces we can build within a program and all these different programming languages fit together. And they have to do with tried and true, reliable, widely used sort of arrangements of different pieces of a system that accomplish some goal collectively. Okay, so it's not about any one aspect of the language. It's not about matching expressions. It's not about case classes alone. It's not about the use of unapply. It's really about how these things work together to accomplish certain goals. And these are goals that you'll find in program after program. Regardless of whether you're building a system for a bank or to support archaeologists and doing archaeology, you're building a system for bed management at a hospital, or if you're building a system indeed to support programmers in doing distributed code reviews. These are the sort of patterns that will come up again and again and again. And you've heard the names, I'm sure, through the past bunch of years. Things like pipe and filter, things like building things in layers, things like inversion of control, model view controller, singleton, flyweight. These are terms that are actually pretty common, both in industrial implementations and in teaching some aspects of programming. And unfortunately, we don't have time to go into all these patterns, but we will have time to do a whirlwind tour of a significant subset of these patterns, okay, starting today. So my goal today is an ambitious one, and we'll see if I succeed in this goal. But I'm hoping to hit on 3 patterns today that will, again, make sense of some of the things we've been seeing recently in programming languages, but they will further lay the groundwork for some additional patterns in coming days. Okay, they're kind of basic patterns. Now, one of these patterns is one that, based on features of the code base that I was seeing for 371, I did cover in 371. So in more depth in 371. I give a full lecture to it. That's only going to be a fraction of today's lecture. But you will find videos of me expanding on that one, and indeed expanding on some of the others. So if you're interested in diving in further for some of these patterns, I'd be glad to talk more about them here in class, but you'll also find patterns. You'll also find videos on those patterns. Okay, so that being said, those